Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Muhammad Ubaid and this is another video of Basics of Structural Analysis series. And today in this video we will try to find out the reason why bending moment is very important for structural analysis, because we see the bending moment in every equation for structural analysis. So we will try to find out. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and share this video. If you have any confusion regarding any point in this video, please comment down in the comment box and I will try to answer all your comment as soon as possible. So let's get started with the video.
When we try to analyze a structure, like let us take a very simple example. So let's take that this is a frame structure. Okay, this is a 2D frame structure. Now if we are trying to analyze this structure, so one term which is very important, this term will come in every analysis. Okay, that term is BM. What is this BM? This is bending. Okay, if we are analyzing the structure or whether we are designing the structure, this bending moment is very important. Okay, you cannot escape this bending moment in any type of structure analysis. Okay, and in any type of design, whether you are designing a steel structure, whether you are designing a concrete structure, okay, whether you are designing a wood structure, this term will be there. Okay, this term will be there. So why this term bending moment, why this term is very important? Okay, why this BM bending moment is very important for any type of structure which we are designing or which we are analyzing by using structure analysis. Now if we see different types of method for doing structural analysis of a beam of a frame structure, so the very simple method which we use are, first one we will just write the name of those methods. So we can use moment area method. Okay, moment area method. Now when we write the equation for this moment area method, there will be bending moment in that equation, m will be there. Okay, and if we are trying to use Castigliano method, Castigliano's method, okay, then there will also be bending moment m will be there in that equation. Now if we are using slope deflection method, slope deflection method, okay, this method is very important and this is usually used for the analysis of beam, for the analysis of frame. Okay, and this method is by using this method we find the moment and moments in the beam. Okay, so in different types of method for doing structure analysis, you will find that there will be a term bending moment usually. So we will try to find out why this bending moment is very important for any type of structure. Okay, so generally in any structure there may be different type of forces acting on the structure. There may be axial force in the axial direction, there may be bending moment in the structure, there may be twisting moment acting on the structure, like here shown. This is a cantilever and this is a axial force in the direction, in the horizontal direction, and there may be a twisting moment acting on the structure. Okay, and there may be shear force in the structure. Now basically what I am trying to do is here is I am trying to find the strain energy developed by the load on the structure, because when we apply a load on a structure, the load will do some work and that work will be stored in the form of strain energy in that structure. Now if I want to know which type of loading have maximum influence in the structure, in the strain energy, so I will just find out the strain energy due to different types of loading, and from the strain energy I can easily point out which type of loading has the maximum influence in the structure. So for finding the strain energy due to different type of forces, we have the formula, very simple formula. Okay, from the literature, the strain energy due to axial load can be calculated as s square times ds upon 2ae. ds, what is ds? ds is the small element of structure. Okay, if this is a beam, So is very small. ds is very small element of the structure. Okay, and we have to integrate all over the length of the beam or all over the length of the structure. Okay, and what is shear? Shear strain energy due to shear can be calculated by q square times ds upon 2 arg. What is ar? Ar is the reduced area, because when we try to find out the shear strain energy in a structure, we have to use a reduced area. This reduced area is less than the actual cross section area of the section. Okay, and this reduced area is different for different type of section. Okay, and for finding the flexural strain energy, we can use this equation, m square times ds upon 2ei, where e is the modulus, ring modulus, and I is the moment of inertia of the section. And for twisting strain energy, we can use this formula, t square times ds upon 2 times gk, where g is the modulus of rigidity and k is the torsion constant. Now we will take a very simple example to illustrate all these type of formula, and we will find which type of energy strain energy has the maximum influence on the structure. So let's do it. So we will take this example. Okay, for finding the strain energy of different type of loading. So this is a 2D rigid jointed plane frame, and the properties are shown here. The cross section area is given here, and the E is 2.2 into 10 to the power 5 MPa, and G is 0.8 into 10 to the power 5 MPa. And this pin jointed rigid plane has a T shape, and this is 1 meter length and this is 2 meter length, and there is a 20 kilonewton axial load applied at this A. Okay, let us call this as A, and this is as B, and this as C. Now first of all, we will try to find out the axial strain energy in this structure. Now if I want to find the axial strain energy in the structure, I have to first draw the axial force diagram of this structure. Okay, or I can find out very easily by using this equation. So u axial is equal to s square ds upon 2 a times e. Okay, now as we can see that if we try to draw the axial force diagram of this structure, this portion AB, this portion is only under axial force. This portion AB is only under axial force. Okay, so if I draw the axial force diagram, so this will be equal to 20 kilonewton, and here also 20 kilonewton. So this will be the axial force diagram of the structure. There will be no axial force in the BC portion, so I can write directly 0 to 1, or I can just write the length 1 meter. Okay, so the value of s is 20 square and ds will be equal to 1. Okay, and 2 times what is the value of a. So in meter, if I write the value of a is 0.06 and 0.12, and the value of E, I will convert the value of E into Newton per mm square. Okay, so sorry, kilonewton per mm square, because this force is given in kilonewton. Okay, so it will be equal to 2 times 10 to the power 8. Now if I calculate this value, so it will come out around 1.388 into 10 to the power minus 4 kilonewton meter. Okay, so we have find out the axial strain energy. Now if I want to find out the strain energy due to shear, okay, so it is equal to integration q square shear force square times ds upon 2 times arg. Okay, now I have to draw the shear force diagram for this structure. So we can very easily see that there will be no shear force in the portion AB, there will be only shear force in the portion BC. Okay, so the shear force diagram will look like this. Okay, so the shear force, let's say this is B and this is C, so it will be equal to 20 kilonewton, or here it will also be equal to 20 kilonewton. Okay, so but the point is we have to integrate this whole integration over the length 0 to 2 meter, because the length of this portion BC is equal to 2 meter. Okay, so this is very easy. I will just put the value of q square this is constant, it will come out the integration, and below this 2. So the AR will be equal to 0.06 into 0.12 divided by 1.2. okay, this is the reduction factor for a rectangular cross section area, and we know the value of G is 0.8 into 10 to the power 8 after converting into kilonewton per meter square. And after this we have the integration is 0 to 2 times ds. okay, now if I solve this integration will 0 to 2 times ds, it will be equal to it will be equal to s 0 to 2, and this will be equal to 2. okay, so I will just write the value. So the u shear will be equal to 20 square into 2 upon this whole value. okay, 2 times whatever the value is, this is written here. okay, so now if I calculate the final answer, so the u shear will be equal to it will be equal to approximate 8.33 into 10 to the power minus 4 kilonewton meter. okay, now remember this value. Now we will see what is the shear strain energy in flexure. So it will be equal to 0 to 2 m square ds upon 2 EI. okay, now see very carefully that this portion AB will not have any bending moment because the force is axial. okay, the bending moment will be in this portion BC. okay, and we can write very easily from for a distance x or for a distance s. okay, we can write as m is equal to 20 x, or we can write m is equal to 20 times s. So after writing this in this equation, 20 s whole square ds upon 2 EI, and taking out this from the integration, I can just write it as s square ds, and it will be equal to 20 square s cube upon 2 EI into 3 after doing integration. Now what is the value of I? So I will be equal to, for this particular type of structure, I will be equal to 1 by 12.06 into 0.12 की whole power 3. okay, because the bending is taking place about this axis. okay, so this will be cube of 0.12. okay, so now after putting all these values in this formula, we will get flexure strain energy is equal to it will be around 3086.419 10 to the power minus 4 kilonewton meter. okay, now we have got strain energy due to flexure, strain energy due to shear, and strain energy due to the other one, the axial force. okay, in this structure there is no torque applied, so we will not consider torque energy, because generally in rigid jointed structure there is only flexure, shear or axial force. There is no torque usually in the structure. So we will just compare these value, these three values, and then we will see. So we have got the three strain energy for axial force, for shear force, and for bending moment. So we can compare them, that the strain energy due to flexure is maximum. okay, so this is why in structure analysis the bending moment is very very important, and we have to consider this bending moment in usually every type of structure analysis. So this is it for this video. I hope you will like this video, and we will meet in our next video. Thanks for watching.